Hey Aquarius, this is your message for November 5th through the 11th. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. I am using the Adventure Tarot for you today. Please check your other signs for additional messages at the end of this message. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. This is the Adventure Tarot, as well as the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards for you today. Let's get started on your reading. I do have a new deck I'd like to share with you in the future. Stay tuned for more on this. This is the Power of Surrender cards. This was a gift from the universe. Very, very cool. So stay tuned for more on that. And let's get started. The cards are shuffled already, so I'm just going to get one card to split the deck. Thank you, universe. Beautiful, wonderful. Let's get started. Thank you. Split the deck. Moon card came out for you today. And let's get started on your message. That is Pisces energy, as well as the new moon in Taurus on its way to us here soon. So we have the Seven of Cups, Scout of Cups, the Page of Cups. Interesting. Here in the past, someone's got options. They're building brand new connections, relationships, and foundations with those options, whether you're part of it or not. But Backpacker of Wands is in reverse, telling me that someone is non-committal. They don't necessarily want long-term commitment. Now, for some of you, that might be what you're looking for. For others of you, you might want to avoid this. Let's find out more about the current situation. The Sun, you are happy. Four of Wands in reverse, but there's something that's not happy. And Three of Wands. Interesting. Been looking forward to something super exciting. This does make you happy, but for whatever reason, it isn't necessarily the kind of celebration. It's not necessarily a celebration. I feel like it is maybe something you're just participating in or partaking in. But there's something that you are looking forward to and you are focusing on it, and it is something that does make you happy. But with the Four of Wands in reverse, we'll have to clarify that a little bit later here. The Eight of Wands. Again, lots of sun energy. With the Eight of Wands, there's a lot of movement energy. There could be a lot of like being in your body versus being in your mind. Ace of Swords, victory. There could be a move. I love this. This also may signify promotion. Backpacker of Cups in reverse. This may mean that you may have to actually reject certain things and say no and place boundaries. So even though it's not a celebration, but it checks all the boxes for whatever reason, you might still have to say no. So there's almost like a chance that you might not be able to go to this particular event for whatever reason. But you're still going to find happiness and peace through that. Okay, so with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords, the Backpacker of Cups in reverse, you're actually going to be much happier even though you may have to reject this. What is the overall energy of this message for Aquarius, November 5th through the 11th? Six of Wands. You know, this has been a long time coming for you to receive this, so that's why it's okay for you to reject something that isn't this, whatever it is that you're seeking. Because I feel like you wouldn't have to reject it if it was actually in alignment with it, because it'd be what you're seeking. But because it's not, it actually does fall away on its own. And so because this was a long time coming, it's actually more of an internal celebration versus a public celebration. You would feel more at peace and at ease, and the celebration happens over the course of time versus in a moment. I do feel like in this moment you have to continue to wait for it to come in, as it will be here in the near future. The universe is still saying with the Three of Wands, it's on its way, it's on its way, it's on its way. Wait. I like that. So then what is the challenge of all this, though, from our lovely Aquarius, November 5th through the 11th? The challenge is the Guide of Swords in reverse. The communication, and it has, the communication may have arrived partially. It's hard to hear sometimes. You know, like that song, Truth Hurts by Lizzo. So we might have to give that one a listen if that's something that resonates for you. I also feel like we may also have to mind our own communication to be more mindful and empathetic towards how other people feel, because, you know, it's not about necessarily, well, communication does do both ways, where it's about how we feel, but it also is mindful of how others feel. And so at this point, this person may not have been mindful, and they clearly weren't if they were exploring other options and weren't committed anyways. So, rightfully so, you can express yourself and you may want to. But the best thing that you can actually do is to remain unbothered and let the truth speak for itself. They know what they've done. What is the outcome of this message for my lovely Aquarius? Guide of Cups, yeah. This is the King of Cups. This is because you are so emotionally secure, regulated, and balanced now that not much can actually affect you unless you want it to. But you're going to remain focused on your happiness, your peace, and your own inner truth. And you're going to continue exploring your own options just as they did to you. And realizing that they are no longer one of those options. Yeah, Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck. There may be a bit of an argument, but you know what? You're actually being the bigger person, and it's not about crashing out. It's remaining unbothered. And realizing that you got the ick and you're like, oh, yeah, no, I'm good. I'd rather just be in my own energy at that point. And so they don't like that, and they want to continue to trigger you. So the best thing you can do is just remain very protective of your energy. What is the additional message from the universe? Go deeper, Moon and Scorpio. So yeah, this is a time about going through an understanding within yourself about what you enjoy, what you don't like, how things make you feel and don't make you feel. What is your truth and who you are, and what you want to do and how you want to experience life, and what in life it is you want to experience. And there's going to be a deeper understanding about the strength that you have within yourself. And that this is a new cycle, but it is going to feel a little intense because it's not something you're going to be used to. But at the same time, it's going to be something you're going to like. It's going to make you feel like you have a lot of your own power. Okay? You could be connecting with a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay? Maybe, yeah. Okay. Fantastic. And that is your message for today. Thank you so much for joining me here. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you next. I look forward to